Namaste, welcome to Bhagavad Gita at Yendri. Today is Devashayani Ekadashi or Ashadhi Ekadashi as we call it as in Maharashtra. So all of you are welcome. Just a second. Are you able to see? Are you able to see Bhagavan Vittal Rukmani?
No, doctor.
Just a second, let me try once again. Okay. Are you able to see now?
No, doctor.
No, not yet.
Namaste. There is some issue to this. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, doctor. We can hear you, but we're not able to see.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Very
The
low
thing is-
voice, no video.
Yeah, that's what. The thing is that this laptop Zoom has once again crashed. Something has happened.
Oh.
Yeah, so what we will do is we will continue on this mobile only. I have transferred the thing like a Zoom meeting on the mobile, and we are doing it on the mobile. So we can start actually. Shraddhatraya Vibhag Yoga. One person can chant all the shlokas, and after that we can summarize.
If Bhanumati ji or Padma ji wants to chant, let them chant. If
Anybody
nobody is
want-
there, then I will chant.
If nobody is there, then Godamani ji will chant.
Yes, doctor.
May I chant?
Yeah, please, Bhanumati ji. Yeah. Please continue, ma.
Who, sir? Dr. Bhanumati ji or myself?
Who is that? Shashikala ji, na?
Yeah, Shashikala ji, sir.
Please chant, amma.
Okay. सप्तदशोऽध्यायः श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योग अर्जुन उवाच ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य यजन्ते श्रद्धेयान्विताः तेषां निष्णातुका कृष्णस्तत्त्वा माहोरजस्तमः श्रीभगवानुवाच त्रिविधा बनति श्रद्धा देहीनां सा स्वभावजा सात्विकी राजसी चैव तामसी चेति तां शृणु सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारत श्रद्धामायोऽयं पुरुषो यो युच यश बुद्धः एव सा यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसः रतान् भोगणान् शाश्चैन्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः अशास्त्रविहितं घोरं तस्य तप्यन्ते ये तपोजनाः दम्भहङ्कारा संयुक्ताः कामरागबलान्वितः कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्रामचेतसः मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थन्तान् विद्यान् सुरानिश्चयान् आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु आयुस्सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्याः स्निग्धाः स्थिरा हृद्या आहारः सात्विकः प्रियाः कट्टमल्लवणास्त्रोक्ष्णा तीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः आहारा राजसस्येष्टा दुःखशोकामयाप्रदः यातयामां गतरसं पूति पर्यशितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमसि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम् अपलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधिदृष्टो य युज्यते यष्टव्यमे वेति मनः समादाय स सात्विकः अभिसन्धाय तु फलं दम्भार्थमपि चैव यत् युज्यते भरतश्रेष्ठ तं यज्ञं विद्धि राजसं विधिहीनमसृष्टान्नं मन्त्रहीनमदक्षिणं श्रद्धाविरहितं यज्ञं तामसं परिचक्षते देवद्विजगुरुप्राज्ञा भोजनं शौचमार्जनं ब्रह्मचर्यमहिंसा च शरीरा तप उच्यते अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियं हितचयत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाग्मयं तप उच्यते मनःप्रसादः सौम्यत्वं मौनमात्मविनिग्रहः भावसंशुद्धिरित्ये तपो मानसामुच्यते श्रद्धया परया तप्तं तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरै अपलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्युक्तै सात्विकं परिचक्षते सत्कारमानपूजार्थं तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तदिह प्रोक्तं राजसं चलमध्रुवं मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत्पीडया क्रियते परस्योत्पादनार्थं वा तत्तामसमुदाहृतं दातव्यमिति यद्धानां दीयतेनुपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्कृतं यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलमुद्दित्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसं स्मृतम् आदेशकाले उद्दानमपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असत्कृतमवज्ञातं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम् ॐ तत्सदिति निर्देशो ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः ब्राह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च विहिताः पुरा तस्माद् ॐ इत्युदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनां तदित्यनभिसन्धाय फलं यज्ञतपक्रियः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकाङ्क्षिभिं सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्येतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्छब्दपार्थयुज्यते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पार्थ न तत्रेहनो इह ॐ श्रद्धात्रय विभागयोगः सप्तदशोऽध्यायः सम्पूर्णम् ॐ नमस्ते अयो
Namaste, Amma. Thank you very much for
Ah.
chanting in such a very nice enthusiasm. And now I think we will move on to first person who is going to summarize this chapter.
This is me, Godamani, Doctor.
Godamani ji, namaste. Please, you are most welcome to chant it.
Namaste, all Henry Bandhus.
Now you see. Now are you able to see?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes. Please.
We can.
So everybody, all of you, very auspicious occasion of Devashayani Ekadashi or Ashadi Ekadashi as we celebrate in Maharashtra, remembering Bhagwan, Sri Vittal and Rukmani, and completely drowning ourselves into the Bhakti Marg, which has been prescribed in this beautiful land of Bharat. So we continue learning from our great scriptures. One of the great scriptures is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And we have completed 17th chapter also, and that will be the last chapter will be Moksha Nyasa Yoga. That is on the next Sunday, which we are going to do. It will go on for next 8 weeks. After that, we summarize the 18th chapter. And after that, we summarize the whole Srimad Bhagavad Gita. After that, I think we all should meet together in person and do some satsang together somewhere, wherever we feel feasible. For that, I request some of you to volunteer and create a platform so that we can plan this and do this accordingly. Okay. So thank you very much. Now I give the mic to Ramaniji. Godamaniji?
Shall I?
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
Doctor.
Please.
Rukumayi Panduranga Namo Namaha. Paramatmane Namaha. Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. The yoga of division of 3 kinds of faith. Summary. In this chapter, Arjuna asks Shri Krishna that those who regard the injunctions of the scriptures but still worship with faith, is their faith is in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, and where do they stand? The Supreme Lord says, every human being is born with innate faith, which can be of 3 kinds, sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. The faith of all human conforms to the nature of their mind. All people possess faith. Whatever the nature of their faith, that is verily what they are. Those in the mode of goodness worship the celestial gods or sattvics. Those rajasic temperament worship demigods and demons. And those with tamasic worship the spirits of dead and ghosts. The Lord says, some people perform stern austerities that are not enjoyed by the scriptures, but rather motivated by hypocrisy and egotism. Impelled by desire and attachment, they torment not only the elements of their body, but also I, who dwell in them as the Supreme Soul. Know these senseless people to be of demonical resolves. Food also, which is agreeable to different men according to their innate disposition, is of 3 kinds. And likewise, sacrifice, penance, and charity too are of 3 kinds each. Further, the Lord explains their distinctions. Foods which promote longevity, intelligence, vigor, health, happiness, and cheerfulness, and which are juicy, succulent, substantial, and naturally agreeable, are liked by the men of sattvic nature. Foods which are bitter, sour, tasty, salty, overhard, pungent, dry, and burning, and which cause suffering, grief, and sickness, are dear to the rajasic nature. Food which is ill-cooked or not fully ripe, stale, fetid, and polluted, impure, are dear to the men of tamasic nature. Sacrifice that is performed according to the scriptural injunctions without expectation of rewards, with the firm conviction of the mind that it is a matter of duty, is in character of sattvic. The Lord further tells that the sacrifice performed for material benefit or with a hypocritical aim is said to be the nature of rajasic character. Sacrifice devoid of faith and contrary to the injunctions of the scriptures, in which no food is offered, no mantras chanted, and no donation made, is without sacred chant of hymns, and devoid of faith, is said to be tamasic nature. When worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmins and the spiritual masters, the wise and the elders, is done with the observance of cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence, then this worship is declared as the austerity of the body. Words that don't cause distress are truthful, inoffensive, and beneficial, as well as regular recitation of Vedic scriptures. These are declared as austerity of speech. Serenity of thought, gentleness, silence, self-control, and purity of purpose, all these are declared as austerity of the mind. When devout persons with ardent faith practice these threefold austerities without yearning for material rewards, they are designated as sattvikas. Austerity that is performed with ostentation for the sake of gaining honor, respect, and adoration is in the mode of passion. Its benefits are unstable and transitory and is said to be rajasic. Austerity that is performed by those with confused notion and which involves torturing the self or harming others is described to be in the mode of ignorance and is said to be tamasic. Charity given to a worthy person simply because it is right to give without consideration of anything in return at the proper time and in proper place is stated to be sattvic. Charity given with reluctance, with the hope of a return or in expectation of reward, is said to be in the mode of rajasic. Charity given to the unworthy person at the wrong place and at wrong time without showing respect is said to be tamasic. The words Om, Tat, and Sat has been declared as the threefold appellation of the Absolute, who is truth, consciousness, and bliss. Then came the priest, scriptures, and sacrifice. Therefore, when performing acts of sacrifice, offering charity, or undertaking penance, expounders of the Vedas always begin by uttering Om according to the prescriptions of the Vedic injunctions. Persons who do not desire fruitive rewards but seek to be free from material entanglements utter the word Tat along with acts of austerity, sacrifice, and charity. The word Sat means eternal existence and goodness. It is also used to describe an auspicious action. Being established in the performance of sacrifice, penance, and charity is also described by the word Sat. And so, any act for such purpose is named Sat. The Lord in the end says, O son Prithal, whatever acts of sacrifice, charity, or penance are done without faith are termed as asat. They are useless both in this world and in the next. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanam. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Budhamani, for such a nice summarizing of this chapter, Shraddhatraya Vibhag Yoga.
Thank
Here,
you.
Shraddha means basically, Shraddha means faith as in its translation into English. That is what it translates into. But faith in what? That is most important. Faith in what is? It is the faith in the supreme consciousness. And when we talk about supreme consciousness, it is the ultimate truth. The supreme consciousness is ultimate truth, and the truth which is there forever, which cannot be changed by forcing or by manipulating things. So when we develop Shraddha, so Shraddha, with Shraddha only our actions have to happen. If with Shraddha our actions are not happening, it means that we are developing ego. That is, from Sattva we are going into Rajas, and over a period of time ego becomes so heavy that we become ignorant, and then from Rajas it goes into Tamas. There are many examples in front of our lives where we see how Sattva can get transformed into Rajas and how Rajas can get transformed into Tamas. That is the Maya which is playing with all of us where we are, divided into three gunas of Prakriti, and we keep on influence. We keep on getting influenced by the different kinds of nature, different gunas of the nature. I would request next person to summarize, and then
Thank you,
once
Doctor.
yeah, thank you very much, Godamani ji. I would request next person to summarize, and then after that, some more small amount of discussion we will have. Next one,
Next, it is me, Bhanumati.
Bhanumati ji, please.
डॉक्टर जी मैंने थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया, गोदामणि जी का जैसा नहीं है, मेरा कैटेगरी कर
It's
दिया
okay.
मैंने.
It's
सात्विक,
okay, ma.
okay,
See,
no?
every
Okay.
person is unique. Every person's understanding
Okay,
of
because
Bhagavad
I thought
Gita
it
is
is
different.
too lengthy. What you
No,
are
no.
displaying the
Uh,
slokas, it will
yeah.
not tally with my
It's
saying.
okay, ma. It's okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
I was going through what Godamani ji is speaking, and I
Okay.
thought that yes, she is speaking with each and every shloka in mind, and she's summarizing each and every shloka. So
I
I
have
was,
segregated according to the gunas. All the
yeah. So that is what, no problem. See, every person will
okay.
have a different understanding. I
Okay, sir.
respect
Thank you.
that. Yeah, please share your views. That is what we want. We want to understand from different perspectives.
Okay,
That
sir.
is
Thank you.
where the practical aspects of Bhagavad Gita will be revealed and they will be practiced. Most important is practice. Discussion happens everywhere on the planet, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. ये 17 अध्याय का यानी कि श्रद्धात्रय विभाग का वो सारांश बताने जा रही हूँ, जो मैं समझा. पिछले अध्याय में साधकों का साधन के लिए शास्त्र ही प्रमाण इति भगवान से कहा गया था, किंतु एक सामान्य व्यक्ति को शास्त्र को अध्ययन करके समझने का सामर्थ्य नहीं रहता, किंतु केवल साधन करने का इच्छा रहता है. उस व्यक्ति का क्या मार्ग है, ऐसा संशय अर्जुन को आ जाता है. इस संशय ही इस अध्याय का यानी कि 17 अध्याय 17 अध्याय का बीज है. इस संशय अर्जुन से भगवान की प्रति ये प्रश्न करवाता है, हे कृष्ण, किसी व्यक्ति शास्त्र विधि को ना जानते हुए भी केवल श्रद्धा से साधन करता है, उस व्यक्ति का क्या निष्ठा, सात्विक, राजसिक या तामसिक इति. भगवान का इस प्रश्न का उत्तर सुनने की पहले हम सबको गुणत्रय विभाग योग में जो बताया गया है उनका विषय का स्मरण थोड़ा करना पड़ता है. हर एक व्यक्ति का मन तथा बुद्धि सत्व, रजस तथा तामस इति 3 गुणों से नियंत्रित हुआ करता है, किंतु ये हर व्यक्ति में भिन्न भिन्न रहता है. इन गुणों को वासना अभी कहते हैं. अभी मैं 17 अध्याय का विषय में आ रही हूँ. श्री भगवान अर्जुन का प्रश्न का उत्तर इस प्रकार देते हैं, यानी पहले बताई गई इस 3 गुणों अनुसार यानी कि सत्व, रज, तम श्रद्धा भी 3 प्रकार का होता है. ये आहार, यज्ञ, दान तथा तप आदि में दिखाई पड़ता है. जो जिस श्रद्धा वाला है उस श्रद्धा के सहित उनका पहचान होगा इति बताता है. मैं यहाँ भी गुणानुसार आहार का सभी पूजा, यज्ञ, तप का सेपरेट करके विवरण कर रही हूँ. यज्ञ का अर्थ है याग, होम, यज्ञ, पूजा. ये यज धातु से निष्पन्न हुआ है. अभी सात्विक गुण वाले का श्रद्धा क्या होता है, कैसा होता है, इसका बारे में. पूजन, ये देवों का पूजन करता है, इसलिए कि देवताओं के सद्गुण से प्रभावित होते हुए आराधन करते हैं, इसलिए पूजन करते हैं. आहार, उनके आहार ये है आयु, बुद्धि, बल, आरोग्य, सुख और प्रीति, इन सबों का बढ़ाने वाले तथा शरीर में बहुत काल तक रहने वाले और हृदय को प्रिय लगने वाले इनका इष्ट आहार होता है. यज्ञ, फल की इच्छा ना करते शास्त्र विधि से नियत किए हुए यज्ञ का अनुष्ठान तथा इससे कोई पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध नहीं करना है मुझे, ऐसा निश्चय करके करते हैं। तमस मीन तपस। तप 3 प्रकार का कहा गया है, ये काया वाचा मनसा। अभी काया, देव ब्राह्मण गुरु तथा ज्ञानी सबका पूजन करना, पवित्रता, सरलता, ब्रह्मचर्य का पालन करना और अहिंसा, यह सब शरीर द्वारा किए गए जानने वाला तप है। वाक, अपना वाणी या वाक से किसी को भय भीति न लाते हुए, सत्य प्रिय और हितकर भी होते हुए, साथों साथ वेदों का अभ्यास और अनुष्ठान करने वाले वाक तपस पालने वाले हैं। मनस, मन की स्वच्छता, सौम्यता, वाणी का संयम। संयम माने जहां बोलना वहां बोलना, नहीं तो बड़बड़ नहीं करना, मौन। मन यानी आत्म निग्रहण, भाव शुद्धि अर्थात दूसरों के साथ चल कपट से रहित व्यवहार करना। और यो तीनों विध तप को फल का अपेक्षा बिना समाहित चित्त से करते है, वो ही सात्विक तपस है। दान, दान देने उचित है ऐसा विचार करके जो प्रत्युपकार करने में समर्थ हो, या समर्थ हो तो भी प्रत्युपकार ना चाहा हो, तथा पुण्य भूमि में, पुण्य काल में और दान स्वीकार के अर्ह हो, ऐसा परिस्थिति में दिया गया दान को सात्विक करता है। ये अभी सात्विक लोगों का पहचान हो गया। अभी राजसिक, उनका पूजन का विधान। इस श्रद्धा वाले यक्ष और राक्षसों का अपना कार्य सिद्धि के लिए आराधन करते हैं। ये इसलिए यक्षों के पास धन संपत्ति होता है, जैसा कुबेर, वो भी यक्ष है ना। और राक्षसों के पास शक्ति तथा सामर्थ्य होता है। राजसी लोगों को इसका आवश्यकता पड़ती है। आहार, आहार इनको कड़वा, खट्टा, लवण युक्त, अति उष्ण, तीक्ष्ण, सूखा और दाहकारक आहार प्रिय होता है। फ्राइड वन और क्रिस्पी वन, ऐसा। इस आहार के कारण रोगों को उत्पन्न होता है तथा दुख शोक साथों साथ आ जाता है। यज्ञ, फल का इच्छा से किए गए, या मैं इस यज्ञ करता हूँ, इन्हीं अभिमान से या दिखावा के लिए किए या निश्चित ध्येय रहित किए जो यज्ञ है, वो राजस यज्ञ माना जाता है। तपस, जो अपना स्तुति चाहते हुए या मान्यता लक्ष्य करते हुए या दंभ मनोवृत्ति से किए गए तपस राजस कहलाता है। और इस तपस शाश्वत फल भी न लभ्य होता है, अर्थात अनित्य है। दान, प्रत्युपकार करेगा, यानी कि कालांतर में यह मेरा प्रत्युपकार करेगा, इस अभिप्राय से अथवा इस दान से परलोक में फल मिलेगा, इस उद्देश्य से या खेद पूर्वक दिया जाता है, वह राजस दान कहा जाता है। अभी राजस का कैरेक्टर्स बता दिया। अभी तामसिक, उनका पूजन है, वे प्रेत और सप्तमूत्र का भूत गणों का पूजन करते हैं। ये पूजा अपना स्व इष्टार्थ सिद्धि के लिए अशास्त्रीय विधि प्रकार दंभ अहंकार युक्त विचार शून्य पूजा करते हैं। कहीं पर प्राणी का आहुति भी देते हैं। इनका पूजा करने का विधान। भी आहार, आधा पका, रस रहित, दुर्गंध युक्त तथा पके हुए एक रात बीत गई तो खाने के पश्चात बचा हुआ और यज्ञ के योग्य ना हो, ऐसा भोजन तामसी श्रद्धा वाले को प्रिय होता है। यज्ञ, जो यज्ञ शास्त्र विधि से ना हो, यज्ञ में ब्राह्मणों को अन्न नहीं दिया जाता हो तथा मंत्रहीन अर्थात मंत्र स्वर और वर्ण से रहित हो, एवं बतलाई हुई दक्षिण और श्रद्धा से भी रहित हो, उस यज्ञ को तमोगुण से युक्त यज्ञ बताते हैं। तपस, जो तप अपने शरीर को पीड़ा पहुंचाकर या दूसरों को बुरा करने के लिए तथा अज्ञान पूर्वक निश्चय से किया जाता है वह तामसी तप कहा जाता है। दान देश काल न परिगणन करते हुए अर्थात पापमय देश में तथा विशेषता से रहित काल में अपात्रों को दिया जाता है तथा अच्छे देश काल आदि में भी बिना सत्कार किए यानी सम्मान रहित तथा अपमान करते हुए दिया जाता दान तामस दान कहा जाता है। ये तीनों गुण का आहार यज्ञ दान तथा तप का विचार का पूर्ण कर दिया। अभी आगे अभी यज्ञ दान तप आदि को सद्गुण संपन्न बनाने के लिए ये उपदेश दिया जाता है भगवान से। ओम तत्सत यह 3 प्रकार का ब्रह्म का निर्देश है। जिससे कोई वस्तु बतलाई जाए उसका नाम निर्देश है। अतः यह ब्रह्म का 3 प्रकार का नाम है। ऐसा वेदांत में ब्रह्म ज्ञानियों द्वारा माना गया है। पूर्व में इस 3 नाम से ही ब्राह्मण वेद और यज्ञ रचे गए थे। यह ब्रह्म के नाम की स्तुति करने के लिए कहा जाता है। इसलिए वेद का प्रवचन ओम इस नाम का उच्चारण करके ही हमेशा आरंभ की जाती है। तब किया हुआ कार्य में पवित्रता आ जाता है। इसका अलावा प्रणोच्चारण से बुद्धि अनात्मा संबंध को त्याग के आत्म में स्थिर हो जाता है। तत् ऐसे इस ब्रह्म के नाम का उच्चारण करके और कर्मों की फल को न चाहकर नाना प्रकार की यज्ञ तप दान क्रियाएं मोक्ष का चाहने वाले का वासना क्षय हो जाता है। सप्त इति पद का प्रयोग अस्तित्व तथा श्रेष्ठ इति अर्थ में अपि उपयोग किया जाता है। विवाह आदि मांगलिक कर्म में भी सत्य शब्द प्रयोग किया जाता है। यज्ञ दान आदि कर्मों को यदि असात्विक और विगुणता से किया हो तो भी श्रद्धा पूर्वक परमात्मा की तीनों नाम के प्रयोग से सगुण और सात्विक बन जाता है। श्रद्धा की प्रधानता से ही सब कुछ किया जाता है। इसलिए भगवान ये भी कहते हैं अश्रद्धया किया हुआ हवन दिया हुआ दान तपा हुआ तप बिना श्रद्धा के किया नमस्कार आदि और जो भी कुछ किया हो ये पार्था मेरी प्राप्ति के साधन मार्ग से अलग होने के कारण असत है। ऐसा कहा जाता है क्योंकि बहुत परिश्रम युक्त होने पर भी साधु पुरुषों द्वारा निंदित होने के कारण न तो मरणानंतर फल देने वाला होता है और न ही इस लोक में ही सुखदायक होता है इति बताते। हरि ओम तत्सत। हेलो हेलो सर। हेलो
Are you able to hear me?
Now we
Yes,
can.
sir.
Now we can.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, before that, we were not able to hear loudly, sir.
Now, are you able to hear me better now?
Yes, better, definitely better.
Okay. So Bhanumati ji has beautifully summarized this whole chapter Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga in Hindi. And I appreciate her efforts, and I appreciate her detailed explanation of Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. One thing which always eludes us is Tapashcharya. And in that also, we have been given the explanation of Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic Tapashcharya. So I would just like to revise the points of Tapashcharya. So whatever Tapashcharya you do, you are not doing for yourself. You're doing with the intention of selflessness. Whatever you gain from this selfless Tapashcharya, you are ready to distribute it to your fellow beings. It could be some materialistic thing, it could be some non-materialistic thing. Anything which is there, you be ready to serve the society through the fruits of your tapashcharya. Basically, you are not supposed to seek the fruits, but if you achieve the fruits, then the fruits are also not only for you, for the whole society, fellow beings. The sattvic tapashcharya will be full of Shraddha to the supreme consciousness. Sattvic tapashcharya will be done on the basis of principles of our scriptures, principles of understanding and implementing with oneness with the supreme consciousness. And Sattvic tapashcharya will be a very divine event. It will be a very purified way of doing tapashcharya. Here, we keep respect to everything. It's not like we torture our body, torture our mind, and we abuse our speech. No, kaya, vacha, manasa, everything we will keep in a very divine manner, keep in the manner where it is minimal in terms of disturbance and maximum in terms of experience. Thank you very much. Next one, next person.
Doctor sir,
Namaste, doctor.
Ah,
I am Bhanumati sir.
हाँ भानुमति जी.
पूरा सुनने में आया कि नहीं, मेरे को इधर डिस्टर्ब आया था सर.
What happened?
No, whether I have to, whatever I have told, whether it was heard by you all, I don't know.
Definitely.
Okay,
The
sir.
thing
Okay,
is,
sir.
we all are silently with both the
No,
ears
because
towards the.
here it was blank, that's why.
No, it will be blank only because everybody will be muted so that your voice is recorded correctly.
Okay,
And
sir.
this is
Thank you.
being streamed live on the YouTube channel Yenri.
Okay, sir. Thank
This recording is available on the YouTube channel Yenri. After this is over, I will share the link with all of you. You can share with your friends and family.
you. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And you can listen to it again and again whenever you want to.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma. Thank you. Please. Next one.
Namaste, doctor.
Namaste. Namaste, Padma ji.
Summary of Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. In chapter 16, Krishna says that a person who merely pursues desire and ignores the advice of scriptures attain neither happiness nor success and does not evolve spiritually. In 17th chapter, Arjuna asks, what is the fate of a person who disregards the mandate of the scriptures but sacrifices with Shraddha? There are three types of faith, Krishna responds. Each corresponds to the person's inner nature, depending upon which guna dominates. People with sattvic natures worship gods. Those with rajasic natures worship demigods and demons. And those with tamasic natures worship dark spirits and ghosts. Krishna then goes on to describe the classifications of ahara, food, yajna, sacrifice, and dana, charity, into sattva, rajas, and tamas. The analysis of these into three gunas helps to get an idea of one's inner nature. Every aspect of one's personality is filled with the particular combination of gunas they possess. Sattvika foods are tasty, wholesome, nutritious, and give long life, vigor, health, and happiness. Rajasika people like excessively bitter, pungent, sour, salty food that causes discomfort and disease. Stable, stale, tasteless, unclean food and leftovers are the natural choice of Tamasika people. Yajna or sacrifice represents our duty towards Ishvara. Dhana or charity represents our duty towards our fellow human beings. Tapas represents our duty towards ourselves. All these are classified into three types: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. Penance is classified into three components: bodily, mental, and speech. This threefold austerity performed steadfastly and with Shraddha, faith, desiring no fruit is Sattvika. Rajasika austerity, temporary and unstable, is done selfishly with the purpose of gaining respect, honor, and reverence. That misguided, self torturing austerity practiced with deluded obstinacy and to hurt others is tamasika. When we get opportunities to give, must give by heart, not by hand. Acts of charity gives immense benefit to the donor as well as the recipient. A gift given without expectation of reward to a worthy person at the right time and place is satvika charity. Given to gain something in return is rajasika, and a gift given contemplatively to an unworthy person at an inappropriate time and place is tamasika. Brahman, God is indicated by the three words Om, Tat, Sat. They represent the path to the truth. Om is the symbol of God, the most powerful mantra used in meditation. Tat is that the supreme state of enlightenment. Sat means goodness, reality. Sat is also means steadfastness in the pursuit of yajna, sacrifice, tapa, austerity, and dana charity. Asat is these three practices performed without Shraddha, faith. The asat actions are not beneficial in this life or the next. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you very much, Padmaji, for such a nice, short and sweet explanation. Here, I have one very interesting idea about food. Okay. Food ahar we have seen in this chapter that the food is classified as sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. It's not only that food, it is our behavior also with respect to the food which we choose is sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. For example, here in shloka number 9, Bhagwan says Katva, Amla, Lavana, Atyushna, Tikshna, Ruksha. So those things, how these things are indirectly they are associated with our behavior that we have to understand. Like for example, Amla. So Amla is sour. The food tastes good, but at the same time, sour is a very strong taste. Okay, it's very hard. It's also it is deceitful. No, looks very beautiful. As soon as you put in your mouth, it gives you some kind of shock, and it is merciless. So the people who enjoy such kind of food, they have that kind of behavior also, and this kind of food will invoke bad, anger and that kind of thing. Salt, salty, lavana, salty diet. Similarly, salt is representation of suffering for somebody who has wounds. Salt is representation of a harsh feeling, harsh taste, or harsh speech. Salt is representative of, if it is in excess, of excessive speech, which will cause damage to others, like that. And salt will cause, it will cause too much of stress if it is in more amount. Anybody on this planet cannot eat a food which is excessively salted. None of us can eat, right? Same way, the behavior, when we put somebody under stress, it's like putting salt into somebody's life, like that. So similarly, we can talk about atyushna food and tikshna food, ruksha food, and then atyushna food, like that. So all these things, no, they are representative of our behavior also. They are representative of our behavior also. जैसा खाए अन्न वैसा बने मन. That is why we have to eat sattvic food. We have to gain that kind of sattva to go beyond all the gunas. That is to go into gunatita state. Thank you very much, Padma ji. Thank you very much for nicely explaining this chapter, Shraddhatraya Vibhag Yoga. I think three people were there or more people.
Only 3, Doctor.
Oh, thank you very much,
More
Padma.
people are there. No, for explanation, only 3. Participants are more.
Participants
Okay.
are 11, sir.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. If anybody wants to chant any sloka or any bhajan, any kirtan, you are all most welcome. If not, then we will wind up here.
Okay, Doctor, I will try on.
Yeah, please, Padmaji. Thank you.
This song is by this Narayana Theatre. Early morning, the villagers of Nandi village came to Nanda's house to greet Nandas about the birth of Krishna. Gopikas are expected with joy. The Srimad Narayana himself has descended on the earth. He thinks like that and composes the song. Anyonyam Brajanaryo Nandasyantapure Sisho Drishtva Iti Jahur Avirbhutam Lakshanata Satati Vaishnava Tejah Sripati Mikha Nanda Gopagrihe Param Agatam Akalayi Aye Saki Sripati Mihananda Gopagrihe Param Agatam Akalayi Aye Saki Sripati Mihananda Gopagrihe Param Agatam Akalayi Gopa Kadam Baka Gopika Vrinda Gopa Kadam Baka Gopika Vrinda Tapata Jana Rakshanaya Aye Saki Tapata Jana Rakshanaya Aye Saki Sripati Mikananda गोपगृहे परम् आगतम् आकलयि परम पुरुष चिन्नं भद्रदम् अवधारय परम पुरुष चिन्नं भद्रदम् अवधारय परम पुरुष चिन्नं भद्रदम् अवधारय पद्माङ्कुशादि रेकम् आये सखी परम पुरुष चिन्नं भद्रदम् अवधारय पद्माङ्कुशादि रेकम् आये सखी श्रीपति मेघनन्द गोपगृहे परम् आगतम् आकलयि परम पुरुष चिन्नं भद्रदम् अवधारय पद्माङ्कुशादि रेकम् आये सखी परिपूर्ण भावम् प्रकटीकरोति दिव्य परिपूर्ण भावम् प्रकटीकरोति दिव्य पाणिपादाब्ज गतम् भजदाति हरम् अमोघम् पाणिपादाब्ज गतम् भजदाति हरम् अमोघम् श्रीपति मेघनन्द गोपगृहे परम् आगतम् आकलयि अरविन्दलोचने आविर्भवति जगत् अरविन्दलोचने आविर्भवति जगत् अतितरामिह रमते आये सखी अरविन्द लोचने आविर्भवति जगत् अतितरामिह रमते आये सखी निरुपम आनंदो नित्य बोध स्वरूपम निरुपम आनंदो नित्य बोध स्वरूपम परमनु गीतम गीतौ नारायण तीर्थ यतिना परमनु गीतम गीतम नारायण तीर्थ यतिना श्रीपति मेघनंद गोपगृहे परम आगतम आकलयी आये सखी श्रीपति मेघ नंद गोपगृहे परम आगतम आकलयी.
Thank you very much, Padmaji. We all went into some kind of trance, and it is a divine bliss to listen to this piece of bhakti. And with this, we will pause here, and we pray for the benefit of spiritual progress to each and every individual on this planet. Let us adopt Namaskar Mudra. Omkar Bhagavad Sarve Bhavantu. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With your eyes closed, slowly take the both hands and hold your right hand. Exhale, bend from the root of the back, touch your forehead to the ground. Express gratitude to Mother Earth Almighty, your parents and Guru. Slowly inhale and come up. Slowly release your hands. With few blinks, you may open your eyes. Namaste. Dhanyavad, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. And from next week, we will be entering into the last chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice Ekadashi. May Bhagavan Vishnu. Now Chaturmas will start. We all dive deep into our tapasya. Dhanyavad.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर. शुभरात्रि.
शुभरात्रि सबको शुभरात्रि.
धन्यवाद.
Dhanyavad. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste everyone.